And the Badgers will kick it away first. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Michigan State Spartans will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And here he comes, guys, the man who makes everything go.
Everything in this offense is built around his ability. He's got such great field vision. He's got it all, Paul.
He is must-watch TV. Let's not get it twisted. People show up to this stadium. People are watching back at home because of this guy right here.
Defense had him backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
That is a great job getting to the quarterback. And when you're playing in Camp Randall Stadium, in one of the loudest atmospheres in all of college football, and your offensive line can't hear the snap count, and you've got dudes like T.J. Watt or J.J. Watt coming off the edge, it's not a lot of fun. It's not really fun for this quarterback right now either with this dude rushing.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. That sends a message that this offense is going to attack downfield.
And I like this offense coming out being aggressive, attacking the middle of the field right away, way down the field on this first drive, just letting this defense know we're coming to score points.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Dialing up a second down pass play. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Ran through the contact. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Michigan State.
The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll throw it on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. If I'm the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more ways to get this guy running the football and keep this defense on their heels.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You've got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Just plowing ahead. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan State.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Wisconsin's offense will take the field for the first time. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
That's so much fun. They get off the rock, and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked. Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Badgers will punt this one away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Back to throw, it's Sullivan. Makes the grab down the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
A quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Spartans. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
The give. Breaks the tackle. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Softened him up with a run and now to throw. Makes his connection. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. And the Badgers look to keep this drive humming. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll be honest, that is a formation and a play call I was never expecting to see in this game. This offense is one of the top 10 passing units in the entire country. I'm surprised they even have goal line in their playbook. What are we doing?
Safe completion on the screen. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. It's caught. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Badgers have taken it inside the 20. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And the extra point is good. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type.
Lofts one high and deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Grab behind the line. It's Johnson.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Keeps the legs moving. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting 1st downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. After the misfire now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there that can be efficient. Make no mistake, they're going to run the football, but when you get that Kirk Cousins guys, you start to really like the offense. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I've bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
He'll try to do it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. Scoops it up. Still a live ball.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Field goal is good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple of drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking to move it through the air. He's right on target. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Stands in and takes the hit. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They're bringing heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. They're working that left side.
The first down pass, complete to the wideout. Gain of 22.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. With the catch, it's Sanders. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Flushed out of the pocket. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
It's so nice to be an offense on 2nd down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run and try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sparty. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fella on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Give to the single back. The Badgers get it past the sticks.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Michigan State.
Just about set for the second half kickoff. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it, because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
On the move, it's Mendez. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They move the tight end all over. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Still on his feet at the 45. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he's got it! Touchdown, Badgers! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David, so they need a bit of a spark here.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He'll pull it down. He scrambled forward and got a view and turned that into a positive play.
I think this defense moving forward has to be able to finish plays. On that 2nd down, the quarterback had nowhere to go with it. The defense opportunity to get to him, get him on the ground, setting up third and long. But because they couldn't do that and let him spring free, it's now third and manageable. This defense just making life hard on themselves right now because they're not finishing these plays.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. Oh, trickeration, he's throwing it. And the pass goes incomplete, and they rise up to stop the fake punt on fourth down. They managed to get the throw off, but couldn't get the completion. You always wonder, why not just leave the offense out there and run a pass play? They'll leave it with him. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. On second down, looking again to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10, first and goal from the 8. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll try to get it in with the run. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. And the D deny them on second and goal. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think he...
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. It's good. Easy call for the ref. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Complete downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. To the air on first down. Trying to get to him. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
The offensive line coach will be pulling his hair out. His head coach is okay right now because they're winning the game, but from an O-line standpoint, they've been atrocious in pass play.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Caught in the backfield, it's Sanders. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
How about this confidence in the running game, and he picks up 9, just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal flag with that.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. They'll try it on the ground. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, that is a gutsy play call on that fourth down. I think everybody here in the stadium, including myself, was expecting them to try to throw the football, but they ran it and caught the defense off guard.
Good run on the play, The Spartans will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. On the option. He'll pitch it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line getting set on 2nd down. Now on the option. Now the pitch. Oh, look at headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan State. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Pulls and fires complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Badgers decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the return, it's Johnson. Spins away from the defense. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Finds his big tight end. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Give to the running back. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. He's going to pass. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And the Spartans are in the red zone. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. It is good. And that will extend their lead even further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back.
Oh, look out! Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And the Badgers getting set on 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. It's complete to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Going to try to get it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The Badgers racing to the line in a hurry-up. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Feeling some heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. The Spartans are stopped, but not before getting the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Sanders. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Ball is at the 41 as his defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. This quarterback part of their running game. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And the Spartans will call on their punt team. I want to stick with kicking this time after misfiring on the last fake. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the ball is intercepted. Got some room to run. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. You can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be